Hey Tube, this is Jaden Storm Convention Team Shadow Strike, and this is going to be another deck profile. And this, I'm going to be bringing you. Some of you, when I posted my Amnesty deck profile, you guys wanted, not Amnesty, Messiah deck profile. Some of you, I said in the video that if you guys wanted to see the Zodiac version of the deck, please to let me know. And shout out to Omega Side and Cardfight King, who both requested it, and I had a couple other people who told me they wanted to see it as well, so I figured I would slap it together and show it off to you guys. There really isn't a whole lot of change to the deck, but I will explain some other things you can do if you want. So anyway, I'm just going to get straight into this. So here we go. For the starter, I'm still using Spiral. And the reason for that is with Zodiac, you can really use her more efficiently. You can get a triangle lock off actually with her and Zodiac and do other things, like set up a lock yourself on one of your cards, and then if you get a hold of either one of the two new promos, Blast Monk or Lady Battler the White Dwarf, which I don't have any of yet, but I'm going to be ordering some, you can really do some crazy stuff. So this is, in my opinion, the better idea. I would still play your 8 crits, because this deck still generates a lot of draw power because of Alter Ego, so I really don't see the point of playing more than your standard 4 draws, and mainly this is so it feeds the soul. And since we're playing a Legion, and especially Zodiac, it's going to be feeding the soul more anyway, and then just your 4 heal triggers. So I would just play 8-4-4. You can play another draw trigger or 2 more if you want, because I see some people like playing 6-6, but to me that is way too many. But that's just my opinion. Now, grade 1s, I'm still playing your 4 perfects, your 4G perfects to unflip. And question, does that look like Kyo to you? I mean, to me it looks like Kyo. I'm still playing the 4 Chameleon because Chameleon lets us unflip damage, and he is to us Messiah players, he's our little buddy, and everyone else hates him because we can get his skill off so easily. 4 Destiny Dealer to search out Alter Ego and to help us stride more efficiently, and then I'm still playing your 2 Volt line. Now, what this probably is going to change is 3. I'm going to play at least 2 Lady Battler Dwarves. The grade 1, that when she boosts, you can unlock a unit and give it, and she boosts for 11. And I would drop one of these, obviously, but I don't have it yet. It's the promo for single regionals, so I'm going to be getting a hold of them eventually. I'm probably just going to order them next time I get paid, honestly, just because I really want to go ahead and have them and start using them, because I like Volt Line in this deck, but Lady Battler Dwarf would be so much better. Grade 2s. Is that 2 cards stuck together? Nope. We had to go down to 3 copies of Lady Battler, the Gravity Well. This lets us lock 1 unit on our own board, and she receives plus 4k, making her 13. I'm still playing the 3 copies of Awaking Messiah, just because I really like this card for the combos you can do. And when we get Lady Battler, the White Dwarf, and, you know, if you play Blast Monk, you can use him in really, really cool ways. Now, since this is a Zodiac version, we play 3 copies of Starvader Astro Reaper. Astro Reaper, his effect is if he's on a rear guard and his attack hits, you may Soul Blast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and search for the card that is currently on your Vanguard circle. You're very rarely going to use this, if ever. It's kind of up to you. You mainly want one of these in your hand, so if you ever do go into Zodiac, you have that option. Otherwise, you can just use him as a 9k rearguard beater. So in the early game, you could even be a little reckless with these. Say, ride a grade 2 and call 2 of these if you want. It's just up to you. And then I also play 2 Duskblade. You can cut Duskblade if you want. He's mainly in here just as a tech. You can cut one for another Lady Battler, or cut them both for another Astro Reaper if you really want to play 4, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. I think 3 Astro Reaper is plenty. And then, obviously, we have our 4 copies of Starvader Dark Zodiac. So, Dark Zodiac legions with Astro Reaper. So, shuffle 4 back, search out Astro Reaper Legion. Zodiac's ability is when he legions, you may counterblast 1, and any locked units cannot be unlocked until the end of your opponent's next turn. Now, let me explain this one more time, because some people still don't have got this. If, say, your opponent has no locked units on the board, none, and you decide to legion, still pay his cost. Because if you are to lock any other units that turn, that skill hits them, because that skill floats around until the end of your opponent's next turn. So say we legion. Say we have a Zodiac in our hand, and we go, we have a field that it looks, any which way. But let's say we have this on board as well, and then we have a booster of some kind. Ditch this, lock 2 units. They're essentially Omega locked. Then when he attacks, you can lock another one and triangle lock them, and that's an Omega lock, because you paid to activate Zodiac's ability. So, it is definitely, some people prefer the Zodiac build over non-Legion variants, and the Zodiac build is good. I never said it wasn't. It's just, it's mainly just about player preference and what you want to do. There's really no wrong way to do it. There actually is another Legion you could even play with this. So if you want to see an even crazier version of Messiah, let me know, and I might show that off to you. That I've been thinking about messing around with. So, and then obviously we play our 4 Alter Ego. In this case, it really doesn't matter which one you want to go into first. You can go to Zodiac first if you want. I honestly would go into Alter Ego first and push your opponent really hard. And then hit your draw power, and then go into Zodiac if you want to refuel. I mean, there's really no right or wrong way. It's kind of just up to you. And then for your Stride deck, I'm still playing the Blizza and the one Judgment Messiah, but this can be really anything you want it to be. I just put 1 Judgment in there just so Judgment feels special. I still only play 2 Nebula Crunch because that's all the Nebula Crunches that I own. If you want to play a straight for him, you can, because there are really cool things you can do with him with Zodiac. You can go into him, Omega lock a column, then ride Zodiac, and lock 2 more with his ability while using his Legion ability that turn, and Omega lock 4 units. So you really can do crazy things with him and Zodiac together. And then I'm still playing the 4 copies of Amnesty Messiah, just because I like this card, guys. Because someone asked me, is it hard to get a hold of 3 or 4 copies of this card? Well, it depends on what your definition of hard is. It really isn't. If you have Amnesty right now is floating around about $45-50, somewhere in there. So if you have the money, or save up the money to get them, or can trade for them, in that essence, no. Now, if you're saying, is it hard to get a hold of these if you're opening them up box by box by box by box, yes. So honestly, guys, if you want amnesties for your Messiah deck, do yourself a favor, save up the money, and just buy the motherfuckers online, because you will drive yourself insane opening boxes and packs and spending hundreds of dollars just trying to pull it. So you'd be better off just saving yourself up some money and buying them then. And the reason I honestly got 4 copies of this card, guys, I have a strong suspicion in set 5 Messiah is going to get more support, and this card is going to probably go up then, because this card, out of all the generation rares they've made so far, this honestly is the best one, in my opinion, and also has the best longevity of being consistently good for a while. Because the first one that came out, Chronos Command, he's all but fallen off the face of the planet. The one for Neo Nectar, she's good, but only really as a one of. And then set 3, you had this and Phantom Blaster Dragon. And Phantom Blaster Dragon has done nothing over the last 3 weeks but continue to drop in price. And he's gone down too, but that's just the standard of cards. He's still floating around to be about $45-50. I've seen Phantom Blaster Dragons online go as low as 25 or lower, you know. So, in my honest opinion, if you are serious about playing Messiah variants, get yourself at least 3. You know, if you want to get yourself a full playset, then do that as well. I completely encourage you to get 4, because this card, it's pretty insane, guys. If, you know, bam, okay, your opponent perfect guards it. Bam, crap. You know, it's pretty hard for your opponent to continually block an attack that's going to be swinging at him for 40 plus a crit. So eventually, they're going to have to take it and hope. So it's kind of just up to you. So anyway, guys, that is my Messiah Zodiac deck. So there really isn't a whole lot of difference. It's mainly a couple of cards, but you could also put in more Starvader support. Like, you could put in Palladiums if you wanted. Just keep in mind, guys, your Counterblasts in Messiah does, even though we have Dark Metal Chameleon, even though we have G-Perfects, it still goes pretty quickly. So you have to still be conservative somewhat. So just keep in mind that before you start putting in a lot of heavy counterblast cards, because that can really hurt you at times. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see a crazier version, version of the deck, please let me know. I have one other variant that I'm wanting to give a shot, and I might try it at my locals this Saturday, and if it, which is tomorrow actually, because I'm recording this on a Friday. If it works out, I will share it with you guys maybe. But anyway, guys, that is my Zodiac Messiah deck. So I hope you enjoyed it. So in the comment section below, tell me what you thought. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to put them down below, and I'll respond to them as soon as I can. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you next time.